Hello. It has been 2 weeks and a day since I've driven my car. There is still snow everywhere from that storm that we had. It has like halfway melted. So I was able to get my car out of the stuck spot on the street where I was. Anyway, the humming noise is my power steering, so I still have not. I got some fluid for it, but I haven't checked it yet because we've had weather and I didn't feel like opening my car, the hood, and digging around in the engine when it's been below freezing. So I think we have a few days coming up. I think we're supposed to get a little bit of snow again tomorrow, but then it's supposed to be like partly cloudy, partly sunny for the rest of the week. So I think anyway, through like next Friday. So I think today is Friday. I've completely lost track of what day it is. I just don't know because I haven't, I got a ride to go pick up groceries like last week, and that was the only time I left the house since all of this weather started. So today I am hopefully picking up a prescription for my Flonase, or I can't remember what the generic name of it is, but anyway, I'm picking that up if the pharmacy is not packed. And then I have one package to go to the post office. It's a baby blanket. It wasn't hardly any. It was like $8 or something. I can't even remember. It's not even, it's worth shipping, but it because it's going in a poly bag, it's really the only reason. And then I'm gonna go pick up some groceries. So, I needed to get out of the house and just by myself and just drive, and not that the car, it needs to be driven. It can't just sit for weeks and weeks or a month or whatever. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Okay, so I'm gonna pull into Kroger and see how bad the pharmacy is. Please don't have a line. Please don't. Oh, there's only one car. Yay. I don't know what this person's doing. Okay. All right, I will have to pause you guys while I pick up my prescription, but then I am stopping at Starbucks. It's been over 2 weeks since I've gone, so I'm going, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I have to go to the post office and then go to pick up groceries. So we'll see. I don't know if this person in front of me is done already. Yay! I'll be back. Okay, that was super fast. I don't even think I was there for 3 minutes total from the time I pulled up until I got my stuff. So yay. So I got some news. Well, not really. Okay, it's potentially very good news. So I got a phone call. I'm going to Starbucks, so I may have to pause in the middle of this. Anyway, I got a phone call a couple days ago, and it was this guy who I talked to in November, middle of November, at an apartment complex that does the rent on a sliding scale. It's 62 and over. It's not too far from where I'm living now. Anyway, he said it's time for me to come in and fill out the actual application, because I got on a waiting list to fill out the application. So what the filling out the application means is that I'm potentially a year or so, maybe less, away from getting an apartment there whenever they have openings, so anyway, yay. I love where I'm living. I'm so comfortable, in my surroundings and with the situation. It's been very easy, knock wood, transitioning to this life. And I mean, I knew it was, just about anything could have been better or would have been better than where I was at. But you never know. You never know how things are going to go. You don't know. It could be worse. I mean, but thankfully, and this phone call, and so I have an appointment Tuesday to go in and fill out the application, and I can't take it with me. I have to do it right there, so I have to bring all my crap with me. I have to bring my birth certificate. I have to bring a photo ID, which I knew, you always have to do that with apartments, and this isn't HUD housing. It's privately owned by a church. I think it's a Methodist church. Most of the subsidized housing complexes that are not HUD are owned by religious organizations. You don't have to be that religion to live there. And they don't pay taxes. So, it's a nice business for them to be in, and they're doing a good thing while they're at it. You know what I mean? So, hospitals were started by churches. So, the Catholic Church, for the most part, I think. I have a great aunt who was a nun. Mother Mary Michael, I think was her name. And she was one of the founders of, I want to say, St. Joseph's Hospital in California, in San Diego. She started the whole thing. I mean, she was taking care of people, and they were doing all of, because that's what the nurses or the nuns did. They were basically nurses. And anyway, so I've gotten off track. I'm going to order my drink. Okay, got my drink. Anyway, as I was saying, this person in my family helped get the hospital constructed. She went out fundraising and bothered everybody. I gotta turn my music down so I don't get a strike. Anyway, if I have a photo of her somewhere, maybe I'll share it somewhere on the screen. She was very pretty. I guess her brother, it was my great-grandfather. It was his sister, and he disowned her after she became a nun. So, he wouldn't talk to her anymore. Pissed him off. I don't know why, and I guess there was a book that I had at one point. I don't know if it was just a small book, but when she was a kid, she would save hurt animals, and she was just that kind of a person, so it makes sense that she would end up really in the vocation that she ended up in. So back then, it was, with women, you either got married or you went into the convent. That's how it was anyway in Europe. And a lot of women, after their husbands died, or if their husbands died or left them, they had to go into the convent because they had no way to take care of themselves or support themselves. So a lot of women ended up being nuns, and that wasn't by choice. Anyway, enough for that history lesson. So I'm going to the post office, and then I'm going to pick up my groceries. Let's see. So I told you about the apartment. Oh, I'll share a picture of the building. It's one big building. Almost looks kind of like a motel. There's 40 units. They're all 525 square foot, one bedrooms. The entire complex is 62 and over. So it's all old farts. I don't have to worry about any screaming kids running around making a bunch of noise. Because with the HUD complexes, a lot of them are multifamily, and you end up with people who don't watch their kids. I lived in one before in Arizona when I was married to my first husband. We lived in subsidized housing, and what is going on with this? I don't know. My mop is acting weird today. So, yeah, we lived in housing like that, and half the people there did not watch their kids. So, yeah. Anyway, There was something else I was going to tell you. Oh, I know. And I'll probably have to stop this one too, or stop talking about it when I get to the post office. I got an email from American Bubble Boy before Christmas, right before Christmas, and they said or they were doing gift boxes for their affiliates, and I have an affiliate account with them. No one's ever bought through their website using my code, so they're not making any money on me. They sent me this box. It came last week. I think it was last week. Last part of last week. Or early this week. I can't remember. Anyway, bunch of stuff in this box. It weighed 8 pounds. I recorded from home and showed you guys. I did a whole unboxing thing, all of it. Forgot to turn my microphone on, so that was lost footage. And so, you know, I'm gonna try and remember what they gave me. They gave me, and I'm gonna share this stuff with you guys. That's why I'm telling you. I'm gonna have some drawings. When I start getting some sales on eBay and I can afford to do shipping, because I'm gonna have to pay for shipping, so to send these things out. But I'm gonna break up. They sent me 4 rolls of their new high performance or performance tape, but it's 3 inches wide. I'm gonna give those away in single rolls, so 4 people will get to try the performance tape, but again, it's 3 inches wide, so that could be a detractor for some people, because I don't know how many people have a tape dispenser or a tape gun that will dispense 3-inch rolls of tape, and they're pretty heavy duty, pretty thick, very heavy. The other thing I got was some stretch wrap that's on a handle. I got 2 rolls of that, but I'm going to give one away. I kept one for myself. Let's see, the other things I got were they sent some maple syrup products from a place in New York. I'm keeping that stuff. It's yummy. Everything's very, very good. I'm still waiting to hear from the company. Their website's down. I don't know what's going on with these people. If they're just closed in the winter, I don't know. But maybe their little store is closed for a few months in the winter because they can't do anything, as far as tapping trees or making any of the product. But it's all really, really good. So once I have their information, I will share that with you guys in case anybody wants to order anything. The maple syrup is wonderful. They sent me, it's a jar of this maple cream, which is kind of like, what is it? Whipped honey. If you've ever used whipped honey, it's that same consistency, basically. And it's really good on toast. What else did they send me? Oh, some little maple candies. There was like 4 in a little bag. Those lasted a few days, but they're gone. Those were good too, but oh my God, so sweet. Anyway, back to the other stuff that they sent me. They sent me 2 packages of Instapack that, I don't know if you guys haven't used it. You you kind of crack the package, and then you mush it around and you shove it in the box real quick, and you put your item, and you only would use this stuff with fragile goods because it's really expensive. You put the item down in there, and then you close the lid on the box, and this stuff just goes up and forms around the item. It builds like a protective shield around your item that fits it tightly, and it's awesome stuff. But again, it's not cheap, But they sent me 2 number 10 packages of that, and I think those work in 8x8x8 boxes. So I will give one of those away to 2 different people. What else did they send me? Oh, I got a giant tumbler. It's really big. It's kind of a dusty rose color. If I take pictures, I'll stick a photo up here in the corner of the tumbler. It says American Bubble Boy on the side of it. It's got a handle. It's a big tumbler, and it's nice, but I already have one, and I like mine. Mine's not huge. This one's too big for me, so I don't want to feed my shirt with my Starbucks. Anyway, I think that's it from American Bubble Boy. It was the 4 rolls of tape, the stretch wrap, the Instapack, and the tumbler, and then the maple stuff. They sent me a lot of stuff. Oh, I know what the other thing was. I got a gift card from them toward purchases of goods from them, on top of all the other stuff they sent me. And I'm going to send one person a free roll of bubble wrap. So I'll probably give that away first, because I can have it shipped from them, and I don't have to worry about coming up with the postage for it. So I will do the bubble wrap giveaway probably in my next video, whenever that is. And what's going on with my hair? Anyway, all right, I've got to go in and drop this package off at the post office, and I will be back. All right, I do not like this post office. It's a little podunk post office in the center of town, and they don't have a drop box in the wall that you can like just open the thing and throw your packages in there, and they don't have anywhere on the counter where you can just leave your stuff. I can't drive around back and drop stuff off like I used to be able to. I've got to find another location. And Staples, I will never take anything there again. The packages that I dropped off there have not, hold on. Okay. I wanted to talk to the lady that was standing in line. She was in front of me, but everybody was just standing there, and I'm like, there's got to be some kind of little thing back there where they can just throw our packages so that I don't have to stand here for 10 minutes while people are buying postage and everything else. And so when there was a break in talking between people, I was like, is there somewhere I can just throw this, because I don't want to stand here, you know. Anyway, so I wanted to tell that lady I was sorry. I didn't mean to cut in front of her, but they need to do things better here. I'm going to look and see if I can find, I know I'm going to have to drive, but I used to drive 6 miles or 10 miles to the post office, the good one in Phoenix. So if I can find one where I can just drive around back and leave my packages, and it's 10 miles or less away, I might do that, just because I don't want to screw around with their bullshit, you know. Anyway, especially in the summertime when I'm gonna have to shut the car off, you know. So let's see, what else. I can't remember if there was anything else with the apartment. It's not big, like I said. I think I said it's 525 square feet, but the layout, there's a floor plan. I'll put that on the screen somewhere too, so you guys can kind of see the floor plan. Right now I have less than half of that, a little less than half of that amount of square footage that I'm actually living in. Now I have some stuff in the garage, so you know, that's the other part of the space that I'm using, but you know, I won't have any furniture in the living room when I move. So I mean, like chairs or sofas or any of that kind of crap. So I will put my computer desk and all of my eBay inventory in the living room, and that will kind of be my office or whatever, you know. And I'll have my my other little desk in there with my printer and my scale and stuff on it. Or I've got another desk too that I totally forgot about, that I had bought when okay, I'm gonna start over. I have a small desk that Presley, my granddaughter, used to use when she would visit. I had her computer on it, and it was all set up for her. It's just a small one with a spot for the computer, and it's just big enough for a couple of monitors and you know, and that's it. So it's not very big, but I was planning on using that for my photo station where I'm living now, but I can't because I had to put my printer on it, and my printer is gigantic. I want to get a thermal printer at some point, but I'm not making enough money on eBay for it to be worth it right now. So, you know, that's in the future at some point maybe. So my printer is taking up half the room on there. Plus I have a television that I have not connected, and I don't think I'm even going to bother while I'm living here. I'll wait till I move to set up my TV. And so that's on the table too, you know, on the desk. But I've got another one of those desks because when I bought it, I got one for my mother for a sewing table. She never used it. So I still have one brand new in the box sitting in the garage right now. And I was going to sell it at the yard sale whenever we have one, or the estate yard sale. I'm going to hang on to it because I can use that as like my packing shipping station or whatever. And I think that will be better, you know, or I can use it for my photo and weighing station. And then the other one can be for my printer and maybe my packing. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But that stuff's all going to go in the living room. And then I'll have my bed and just my dresser and, you know, essentials in the bedroom. And then the kitchen's decent size. There's quite a few closets and like pantry space. So that's nice. I have not seen any photos of the actual apartment, the inside of the apartments, but they were built in the 90s. So they're a little bit older, but they're not like they weren't built in the 70s, you know. The duplex that I lived in, I think was built in the 60s or 70s. And, you know, they needed to do some work on it. So, off to Walmart now. Yeah, I'm just picking up a few things. No major grocery shopping today, but I'm out of some stuff. The Mission tortilla strips that I like, they do not carry in any of the grocery stores here. I can order them from Target, and I've done it once before, but if I'm going to order them, you have to order $35 worth of stuff, or you have to pay for shipping. Well, I don't want to pay for shipping. So, I order like 4 bags of chips, and I get it's a bigger size bag. I don't like the round tortilla chips or the triangle shaped ones. I don't like them. I like the strips, you know. And they have just enough salt on them. They're not too salty. And they're thinner, so they're not too crunchy, because my teeth are brittle. So I have to be very careful what I eat. I've cracked teeth before chewing a piece of gum. So I have to be very careful about that. But I'm going to order my tortilla chips and a couple other things from Target so that I can hit the $35 mark and not have to pay shipping. I know they do that on purpose so that you'll spend more. But I need treats for Simon anyway. And what else am I getting? I can't remember. I think dish soap and treats for him. Oh, and my El Pato, it's Mexican tomato sauce. It's in a yellow can. We used this stuff when I was a kid as hot sauce, and it's awesome. It's very spicy, but I mean, this stuff has been around for so long, and sometimes you can get it, sometimes you can't. So I'm going to check Walmart today. If they don't have it, because they don't always have it, then I'll order that from Target too. Then I was very surprised. The prices at Target for the stuff that I am ordering aren't that much different than Walmart. And they used to be a lot more expensive than Walmart. So I don't know if they're just, trying to keep up with the Joneses or what they're doing. But prices are not horrible at Target, at least for the stuff that I've, put in my shopping cart so far. Anyway, as far as eBay goes, I'm still putting things back in as, quantity of 1 in my store, going through the boxes. I've got 2 big boxes of stuff for the estate/yard sale, and I know there's going to be more stuff that I'm just going to get rid of. If it's huge and it's not going to bring in a decent amount of money, I'm not going to even put it back in my eBay store. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have to buy giant boxes for stuff that I'm only going to make $15 on. They're such a pain in the butt to take to the post office, and I don't want to deal with it. You know, the blue bags get very heavy if I have a lot of items in them that are large boxes, and it's too hard on my back. It's not worth it if I'm not going to make a decent amount of money. So from here on out, anything I buy is either going to bring in a decent chunk of change, or I don't know, what's with all the traffic? Jeez. Oh, it's Friday. Okay, that explains the traffic. I need to get over. Anyway, now I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, good. She's turning in front of me. There's a lot of people out driving around. Everybody was stuck. Like, people couldn't get to work. They're not used to that much snow here. And when I lived in northern Illinois, that was normal. Like, I didn't like it, but I had to drive to work when we had some horrible weather, and you just figure it out, you know. But they're not used to that much snow here, so there's a lot of it still on the roads. When I drive back into my neighborhood, maybe I'll turn the phone around, or turn the, you know, flip it so that you guys can see what it looks like now. The snow's gotten all dirty and stuff on the side of the roads where the snow plows have piled it all up. My car was just stuck. I couldn't get it out. It was sliding around while I was trying to get out, and I was like, well, I guess I'm not driving anywhere. So there's still a pile next to my car on the ground. I just was able to get to the car today, and the pile in front of it was gone, and the car that had been parked in front of me was also gone. So I could get out without hitting anybody. You know, when you're on ice, you don't, you know, if you hit the gas too much or whatever, you can end up sliding, and I don't feel like having an accident. Oh man, I'm afraid Walmart's going to be really busy. There's a lot of people out. Oh good, here comes a fire truck. Fire truck or an ambulance, one of the two, and I'm in the middle of the road, and I can't get over. And now nobody can turn. All right, I'm going to stop this for now. Maybe I will come back after I go to the store. I swear, one of these days, you guys are going to see me on the news. The gate on the back of my car is going to decapitate me. I keep forgetting that it doesn't stay open. And this time it hit me on the top of the head, and it's really hurting. This is the worst it's ever whacked me, and I keep checking. There's no blood, so at least there's that. Oh, man. I'm going to have a headache. I mean, it really got me. Anyway, I finished with my grocery shopping. I did the Walmart scan and go thing, where you scan your groceries as you're putting them in your bag or whatever, and then when you get to the checkout, oh man, my head hurts. Oh, shit. Owie. Be taking some ibuprofen when I get home, if I can. I don't know how. It's 4 o'clock. I don't think I can yet. I always take one when I get up, and I woke up late as usual because I stayed up late as usual. Anyway, the scan and go thing, you use your phone and you scan each item. I don't know if this person's going to take my spot or what. I hate that because then you feel like you have to hurry. Tell them thank you. Anyway, scan your stuff as you're, for the third time, you scan your stuff as you're putting it in your bag. I take my own bags in when I go, like insulated ones if I'm getting cold stuff. And whoa, it's very bright light. When you get done and you go to the checkout, you tell the app that you're finished, and then QR codes pops up on the screen at the checkout, and you scan that with your phone, and then it you know, has you do your payment, and it gives you a digital receipt on your phone, and then you just show that to the person as you're leaving. And it was pretty awesome. I didn't have to talk to anybody. I didn't have to touch anything. I'm still avoiding germs. I'm still like, this whole leaking eye thing is driving me crazy, and that's just part of it. I'm on steroids right now. I started taking the steroids because I took my Augmentin prescription that my doctor filled for me, and it didn't get rid of whatever was going on with me, or is going on with me. And I don't know what this person's doing. I'm turning. You know, people that don't use their turn indicators need to be stabbed. I'm sorry, it's very frustrating. Anyway, so I started taking the steroids, and I don't like taking them because I can't sleep, I sweat, it's just, you know, the whole thing. And it's like 5 days of, you know, feeling weird, but everything but the leaking eyes has gone away. Like, my chest feels better. I'm not getting winded as much when I walk a distance or climb the stairs, because that was going on a lot. So I don't know what's going to happen. I have one more day on the steroids, and then that's it. And I'll know within probably 3 days if they worked, you know, if this whole barrage of crap that she gave me. Anyway, hopefully, because Monday is a holiday, and then Tuesday I have that appointment. There's an auction that is 25 miles from where I live, and I have bid. I don't need to buy anything right now. I don't have the money to buy anything, but they had some stuff, and it's not very expensive. Like, you know, I have a max that I will bid on each item. I've already told myself that's all I'm going to bid. If it goes over that, then that's it. I won't get anything, you know. Anyway, so I bid on a few things, and if I win anything, that the pickup for that stuff is the same day as my appointment for the apartment on Tuesday. So I will, if I win anything at the auction, I will go to my appointment, do the application, and then I'll drive up into Ohio to pick up the stuff from the auction house. So that'll be my first trip out of Kentucky since I got here. And there's only a couple different ways that I can go to cross the river, because there's a river on the border between Kentucky and Ohio. If you aren't in this area and you don't know that, there's a river that divides the states, and there's only a couple different ways. I mean, there's other ways, but going in the direction that I need to go, there's one way that's to the east, a little bit east of Cincinnati, and then there's another one that's a bridge that goes over the river west of Cincinnati, and I will take the one that's to the west. So I will do a ride with me if I win anything and I have to drive up there. It looks like it's just a bunch of farmland and stuff, so it's going to be pretty nothing to look at, because of the weather and the snow and stuff. There's no green trees or anything. It'll be nice. I kind of want to get a feel for the auction places here and where they are and how the people are and how they operate. So even if I only win a couple of things, you'll have to excuse me. I've got drippy eye, drippy nose. Like, I'm just drippy. Nothing I can do about it. The sun glaring. I don't want to put my sunglasses on because I can't see as good when I have my sunglasses on. Now, if I'm just on a road driving and there's no lights or anything, I don't worry about it and I can wear them. But there's a bunch of cars here, and there's an intersection up here, and I just want to be able to make sure I can see. So I have to say, you know, and I think I mentioned this before, People are not as courteous here. Now, people are friendly, like when you're out in the store, whatever, more people talk to you than did in Arizona. But as far as like cars and other drivers being courteous, so not the case here at all. People are just rude and inconsiderate here. And maybe it's just where I'm living. I don't know. They don't pay attention to any of the traffic stuff. Like they just do whatever they want to do. I don't know how people don't get more tickets here. But that is just an observation that I've made in my short amount of time that I've been here. It could change. I hope it does. Anyway, I still haven't put my new plates on the car. I need to do that. It's been so cold. I mean, it's been below freezing more than it hasn't since we had all the snow. It's been so cold. I don't want to hit. There's a giant mound of snow from the snow plows on the right hand side of the road, and I don't want to hit it and go sliding, so I can't go around this person in front of me. Now I can. They had a whole car length in front of them where they could have gone forward and I could have gotten through, and she was looking in her rearview mirror too. She could see that I was sitting there. Bitch. And now she just ran a red light. It's typical of these drivers here. I have never seen anything like it. They don't obey the traffic signals. They just go when they feel like going. Okay. Oh my God. No one's reliable, you know. The driving, I don't know, it's something else for sure. Maybe they all grew up out in the middle of nowhere, like, and everybody just drove however they felt like driving because there was no one around, so it didn't matter. But now they're around people, and you kind of have to follow the, you know, if light's red, you need to stop. And I've seen that happen more than once. And that one just ran the red light. It was solid red before she even got into the intersection. I'm just glad nobody got hit. I don't want to be a witness to an accident. I always feel obligated to stop. And I've got groceries and I don't want to. So I would have if I needed to, but I don't want to stop. So I'm glad nothing happened. Anyway, I guess that's going to be it for this. Maybe I'll turn the camera around for a little bit. So you guys can see. I'll have to stop and start the camera again. Oh, here we go, red light. The lights are in weird places too. The intersections, like, it doesn't look like an intersection, and there's a light and they're on a string that goes across the road. It's a cable, you know, but it's like you just don't notice them like you would a normal intersection. So I get surprised by lights every once in a while because you don't expect to see them where they are. Anyway, still adjusting, and not driving for 2 weeks did not help me at all. So, all right, I'm gonna stop this and turn the camera around so you guys can see how much snow we still have on the ground. You probably won't see, if I'm showing you the wrong side of the road, it's half melted because the sun hits it. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Okay, we get to sit at this light for a while, so I'm not sure how much you guys are going to see. I don't know if I can turn this more. So you'll see both sides of the road once I turn. Anyway, I did not have to wear my jacket. I've got a long sleeve kind of sweater top on, and I didn't have to wear my jacket going into the store, so, but I've got it in the car. I don't want to forget anything in the car when I go in. My groceries are in the back. Got my bags up here with me, making all kinds of noise. It feels good to get out of the house. Just, I was starting to go a little stir crazy, and I was concerned my car might not start. I started at one time in 2 weeks, and and it's been under freezing, so I didn't know what that was going to do to my battery, but thankfully it started right up for me, so that was good. Oh man, it's amazing how much brighter the sun is when there's snow on the ground with the glare. It's kind of like when you're near the water at the beach or at the lake or whatever. Alright. You might be able to see some snow. The right-hand side of the road is a lot more dirty and melted. Here anyway. People must be getting off work like early because it's only 4 o'clock here. Just after 4. And it's very busy, and it was busy at 3, so I don't know if people are getting off early. I'm sorry the windshield is filthy, so you guys are probably getting a really crappy picture right now. I just realized how dirty the windshield is. It's got salt and snow crap on it, and it's just lovely. I need to wash it, but I already put gas in the car. I haven't hardly used any gas. Gone 10 miles since I put gas in, I think, so it's going to be a while before I go to the gas station. I think I have some Windex in the back of the car. I got to figure out a way to keep the tailgate open when I'm putting stuff in the back of the car so I don't hit myself in the head again. My head's still hurting, so I don't need this to be a common occurrence, and this is like the 4th time I've gotten whacked in the head. That stupid gate on the car. I usually remember to hold it up while I'm putting stuff in, but I forgot, so that's what happens when your brain's getting old and you're not thinking. Well, I wish you guys could see over on the left side of the road more. Maybe that'll help. There's more snow. Man, people drive up your butt here too. I'm going the speed limit. I don't know what their hurry is. Oh well. I love this area. I just did not love all the snow we got. It was very reminiscent of when I lived in northern Illinois, and I was like, this is not what I was promised. I did not sign up for all this snow. But this is not how it usually is. This is like the first time they've gotten this much snow in I don't even know how many years. So anyway, that's it for now. I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and have a great weekend. Bye.